So what is a short sale? What's the difference between a short sale and a foreclosure? A short sale is a property that somebody still owns. They may not be paying on, or they're struggling because they have some financial hardship. And the difference between that and a foreclosure is the foreclosure is the bank has already taken it back. It's been through repossession. Now, both of these, first off, I'm going to preface and let you know that in the economy today, those deals are pretty much done. There's very few foreclosures, very few short sales in Myrtle Beach. I know people they look for them, but look, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not what you want to hear, but it's the truth. You missed the boat. I mean, that was 5 years ago. But here's the difference on the ones so you can get an idea of what it is when you're looking for these. And if you do get one, the pitfalls and the advantages, I guess. So a short sale, the person has not been making payments, or maybe they're struggling to make payments. They've got a mortgage that's way up here, way above where it should be, and the value is down here, the property value. So there's a gap between, and they can't pay it off, okay? So they go to the bank and they say, look, bank, I'm having a hard time here. Can you help me out? I'm going to try to sell this, and I'm going to make it so that the sale is I get a buyer maybe for this property, and we can work it out, but you're going to have to forgive me of my debt. And so the difference with that is, number one, getting a bank to agree with that, because most of the time banks don't want to lose money. Second thing is they may have a first mortgage and a second mortgage, which if they have two mortgages on the place, then you're negotiating possibly with two different entities, and the odds of it actually closing are slim and none. So, you know, today a lot of banks, they'll just go ahead, and they don't want to go ahead and come off it because they know the value of the property is worth more. So sometimes it will go to foreclosure. Now, what's the difference between that? A foreclosure is when the property has already gone, people have lost it, it's gotten retitled under the bank's name. The process of foreclosure is when how a bank gets a property back. Somebody has to be non-paying, and a lot of times the properties, you know, have gone through some serious issues. You aren't going to necessarily get a deal. People think that, oh, a foreclosure or a short sale is deal, means deal. No, it just means it's how it's gotten back. Because I've seen foreclosures sell for way. People have paid way too much money for them, only because they were, you know, they thought, oh, it's a foreclosure, and they've gotten into other structural issues and stuff. So I'm not saying all deals are like that, but I'm just saying beware, because, you know, you've heard me probably say this before, but if you get a property that is a divorce sale or a sale that it needs to be gone, like somebody's motivated, you know, somebody has passed away in the family or something like that, sometimes those are the best deals. And my team, we can help you with that, because this is what we do. We do it on a daily. My team has helped thousands of people buy and sell real estate here in Myrtle Beach. So today I'm out here on the balcony checking out, talking to you. Just want to bring this information. If this makes any sense to you, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Let me know it does. And if this video helped you, go ahead and share it with somebody you know who could use it, or subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let me give you a little bit more information about short sales. Short sale, if somebody is upside down on the mortgage, it's getting harder to get those approved. And the reason for that is because the economy has improved. The jobs and that sort of thing are better, so they feel like, banks feel like, okay, well, why aren't you paying? And again, people do get sick. We've had people who have had you know, bad things happen to them in life, and they get sick and they need to do this. We've negotiated with the banks and helped people out major league with that kind of stuff. But the forgiveness of somebody on a bank's end is less. When we had that mountain, that wave of all those foreclosures and short sales, the music stopped, and people were losing their jobs and they couldn't pay anymore. It was a major thing. I mean, we had a lot of people who really did have a hardship, but in some cases, the people may not have should have been in the property, because it was, you know, a property that was over leveraged, or they had way too much debt on it. So my suggestion to you is several things. Number one, if you're looking to buy one of these, you know, learn by somebody else's mistakes. Number one. Don't over leverage yourself. If you've been watching these videos, you've heard me talk about leverage and cash flow, because it's all about the cash flow. I'll put my hat on for my cash flow so you guys know. If you're buying properties and they're investments and they're investment properties, make sure they flow, okay? So if you're looking at properties for rental income, sometimes the foreclosure is not really where the rental is. And people say, oh, I want to flip a property. I'm going to buy a foreclosure. I want to flip it. I'm going to put some money into it. I've seen a lot of people lose money on that stuff. You know, the TV shows where they show you can flip that stuff and make money is pretty risky because, you know, you're putting your money out. Banks aren't necessarily they're going to make you sign a lot of waivers and stuff when they're doing a property, when you're rehabbing. And, you know, there's no guarantee. People think, okay, the neighborhood's going to go up, I improve and I put granite in and I do all these things and that sort of thing. And then the property sits on the market for months and then you have to end up dumping it. I've seen that. The best way to do it is buy properties that are going to cash flow. Okay. Now, when you're talking about cash flowing and foreclosures, why, or short sales, let me ask you the question. If it's short, why did it go to the foreclosure, or why is it short sale? Was it the leverage? Was it the cash flow? Was it bad? Okay, these are questions you need to ask or think about, because we've got this commercial that has come on here locally, and I kind of laugh at it, and it's been coming on. It's one of these flipping guys came into town. He's running a seminar, and the only people who make money on that, seriously, is the people who are doing the seminar. They say free seminar, nothing free, okay? Nothing in the world's free. And the good is seldom cheap, and the cheap is seldom good. I want you to know that. You've heard me say that before. So I can guarantee you, mark my words, in the next month after this flipping seminar, we're going to see lots of these signs on the side of the road. You guys have all seen them in your neck of the woods as well, where they put up signs, we buy houses. You know, all that is somebody who's bought a program, and they'll be gone, by the way. Probably in 3 months after that, they'll be gone because they realize, oh my gosh, I can't, this doesn't actually work. You'll have thousands of these signs here in this town that'll be out, and the next thing you know, they'll be gone, and nobody makes any money, and then it's a seasonal thing. It happens over and over again. Somebody is actually out in the water there. It's a little chilly. I got my sweater on. You know, it's winter here, and somebody's actually out there in the water. I've got to show you this. I think, I don't know, can you see it? Can you see him? Crazy. Anyway, hope this video helped you out. And if it did, you know, let me know. Comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. And if you're looking to retire to our area, we're going to help you out. My team is great at helping you out. We'll find you the bargains. We're going to find you the deals. But don't expect just to find this stuff online, because the internet is a good tool. It's going to get you started. But if you're looking for foreclosures, you'll notice that you'll see very few of them. And if you're looking on some of these sites, let me give you a tip that you want to stay away from. If you're looking on, like, and this is funny because I got to laugh, Zillow. People call into the office and they see this thing is on foreclosure, and they're asking me about an address, or they're asking one of our agents about an address, and I know for a fact it's not on a foreclosure. And the reason I know this is because we have the county records here. I mean, duh. And Zillow has it on their records, and it's showing as list pendants, or it's a pre-foreclosure or some nonsense. The reason for that is because Zillow is selling leads. This is the facts. I know you don't want to hear it. It's the good, the bad, and the ugly, and you don't want to hear the truth, but this is the truth. Zillow is really, they gear themselves towards a consumer-friendly thing, but the fact of the matter is those foreclosures that you may see on there may not be true or accurate, because there's a realtor paying for leads, so that you can click on that and they got to pay to get leads. Okay, that's the fact. That's how Zillow and Realtor and all those things are free. You know, the agents have to pay. You see those 4 names that are on the side there? That's the deal. It's the truth. It's not what you want to hear. So a lot of that fiction is to generate interest, because there are so lack of these foreclosures and short sales that they have to make something up to draw attention, because that's what people actually search for ridiculously. You know, if you're looking for the good deal, pick up the phone, make an appointment, come into our office, work with one of our agents. I assure you, you are going to learn a ton. And by the end of the day, you're going to know what's average and what's way above average. And if it's a decision you want to make, that's great. And if it's not, that's fine too. We just want to make sure that you're getting the correct, most accurate, up-to-date information, avoiding the pitfalls, and we're here to help. So it's Jerry with Jerry Pincus Real Estate Experts. I hope that helped you guys, and we'll talk to you and see you on the next episode. Take care.